Hello everybody, this is Bafsky here, and at the start of a brand new series. This is, if you like, the new version of F1 Career Challenge. Of course, that was a game released by EA, which covered seasons 99 to 2002. What we have here, though, is the Codemasters edition. We're going to start in F1 2010, freshly purchased from the Steam sale for the PC. Only just over £1.50, I think it cost. And we're going to do 2011, 2012, 2013 I will get a hold of. It's not on Steam for some reason. And then we'll move on to Xbox One 2014, 15, 16, and hopefully be in time for 2017. We are in the Virgin team, the one of the new teams that was on the grid for the 2010 season. And I'll run you through some of the difficulty settings. We've got pretty much everything off apart from traction control, which is on medium. ABS is on. And the AI difficulty is on the highest it can be, legendary. So we are going to be where the Virgin should be. That is, unless somehow my average skill can get us higher up the grid. Now, I have not played this game for a good 5 or 6 years now. I got the game when it came out. Of course, massively excited about finally Formula 1 games being on the next generation, at the time anyway, Xbox 360. And yeah. Did the Virgin career there, and pretty much did that all the way until F1 2011 came out. But yeah, here's the first flying lap. Of course, Bahrain kick-started the season. It was probably the last season really for the purists, because as you can see, we've got the Bridgestone tyres on. This was the final year of Bridgestone before Pirelli came in and were told to make tyres that really degraded on purpose to open up the strategy. So it should be interesting to see how this season goes when we've got tyres that should perform at their optimum for the whole race. Running a bit wide there. Of course, this is the Bahrain. This is the 1 year that they used this layout on the Bahrain circuit. Wasn't particularly good from memory. In fact, it caused a whole lot of articles to be made about whether F1 was in a crisis or not, because there was very little overtaking. And the only bit of drama in this race was Sebastian Vettel, who had been in such form the whole weekend, having a problem with his car towards the end of the race, and allowed Fernando Alonso on his debut for Ferrari to take the race victory. So now what's kick-started a pretty memorable season of F1 racing. In fact, all the naysayers of the 2010 season quickly shut up by the following race in Australia. We'll talk more about that when we get to Australia, though. Coming into the final sector of the lap then. By the way, racing on the controller here. I do have a wheel, but don't want to go through the palaver setting. As you can see, we're 6 seconds off. Running wide. Not going to be a good lap, I don't think.
You're up to fifth place.
Well, there you go. 5th fastest. Obviously, I'm going to drop down the order, but this is legendary difficulty. I can absolutely promise you that. And I've spun. That's not good. Right. I think we might as well head back to the pits. What I am hoping is that this isn't like what I'm experiencing in MotoGP 17, where I'm good in qualifying, and then when the race comes around, I'm basically a walking chicane. Right, let's try that. Second flying lap of the day. First major braking zone. Missed the apex by quite some distance there. Cars love to rev on this one. It seems to be a thing with all Codemasters. F1 games, this chicane taken superbly. Only 8/10 off Lewis. Starting to wonder whether I should turn ABS off. We'll do it for the first race. If it's too easy, we'll move on. And yeah, first game by Codemasters, this one. They did make, well, sort of, they made F1 2009, but it was for the Wii and the PlayStation. They might even released an iOS version of the game as well. I think I had that when I got an iPod Touch back in the day. But yeah, here we go. Run up to the final corner. We're only 1.2 seconds off Lewis here. Richard Branson's going to be delighted here. Running out wide there, not like we did last time. Going to improve by
That's put you up to 10.
3 tenths. We're now up into 10th position. And he's spun again. As you can see, I wonder why Webber's a ghost. And that is pretty much our qualifying done then, because the tyres will be ruined, and by the time we get to the pits, there will literally be not enough time.
Good job.
And Lucas de Grassi in last.
A bit of time in sectors 1 and 3.
Okay, well, it doesn't seem to be affecting the time too much, does it? Yeah, as you can see, Lucas de Grassi, our teammate, in last place. And this is 100% on legendary difficulty.
Well done. You've hit all of the targets set for you this session.
There you go. That's worth taking a screenshot, I think. But
You'll be starting in 10th on the grid tomorrow. Good
yeah,
job.
right, could I speak? 10th position. It looks like it's going to be, yes, a one-stop race like it was in 2010. Of course, 50% race distance. I don't know whether we've got...
Start the engine. Let's get the car on the track.
So we can get through it as relatively quickly as we can. We are going to just do the 25% race. I mean, 50% race, sorry. Well, there he is, Hamilton on the pole. There's me in 10th. And starting in the back, it is Lucas de Grassi.
So, your first race. Don't expect to finish at the top of the order. Just try to pick up a few places and get a feel for how the car drives. Good luck. And more importantly, have fun out there.
I'm sure that any real F1 driver would not want that in their ears whilst the red lights were coming on. As you can see, it is an absolutely appalling start. My foot was down all the way. I know I've missed the corner. So, oh, Schumacher! Oh, Schumacher's really getting up close and personal here. He didn't want me to overtake him at all, did he? Right, there goes Sutil. I think we can really just take what we can get here because... oh, hello. Can we do it? We can! Oh, I'm off! In fact, they've... Oh, no, this has not gone at all well. Oh, hello. He's back. Now, this was, from memory... Come on. Oh, no! And that is a warning. From memory, one of the minor gripes for this game was the fact that the computer opponents were a bit nervous at the start. So hopefully things will start to settle down. But as you can see, I think the qualifying pace looks set to not translate into race pace, even though we have now got a dry setup. Can we do the 7-time world champion? See, we can do him then. We've got no pressure from Sutil behind. At the moment, we are on for a point, a championship point in Virgin's debut. Of course, no DRS either, no Kers either. Kers was on a year out. Engine not looking the best. First lap in the books then, we're in 10th position. Of course, this was Schumacher's return after 3 seasons away. And this was also, yeah, Mercedes coming back to Formula 1 after being away since the late 50s. Oh, come on, Schumi, you're holding me up. And we're through. Maybe not the most conventional overtaking zone, but we have just overtaken Michael Schumacher. How about that? Next, we are up to Robert Kubica on what would sadly be his... stay off the curbs, man. Will be his last season in Formula 1, because, of course, in 2011 he picks up that F1 career-ending injury. And then by the end of the season, I think it was Bruno Senna that was in the car. So he has been testing... Oh, you idiot! From what I've read, I think on the BBC Sport website, other sports outlets are available as he runs wide. Schumacher will have the straight line speed here. We'll get back to the Kubica story in a minute, because here comes Michael. I will defend the inside line. Let's see what the computer opponent is going to do. Of course, no Kers or DRS. Oh, I overshot it. The rustiness is real. Schumacher has it as well, and Schumacher back up to 9th position. I was chasing down Kubica, which is a shame. Oh, this man is so slow. God, these guys aren't giving me time to talk, are they? Kubica has just been pulverised by the Virgin car. When this game came out, I was 13 years old, and I think I must have had it on the professional difficulty or something, and I was finding it, well, I wasn't finding it tough actually. I think that was probably me just wanting to go out and win everything with the team, and maybe I should have put it on legendary, but we've got it here now. But Mr. Engineer's not come up on the radio. That is the... doesn't look like it's going down. Now the left is going... oh, this is the tyre wear. The tyre wear is real. So there you go, getting back to used to F1 2010 as we close up on Nico. He must be struggling as well. He is on the options. He opens the door. Contact. I've been given a warning for that. Not surprised. This is Formula 1, not touring cars. You should have seen me in iRacing BSR League last night. Managed to upset one of France's greatest drivers on it. I'm trying. Come on, there we go. Take out the cone with me. Rosberg went off in avoidance, I think. Of course, the tyres would have had a few percent taken out of them during the qualifying session, so makes sense to see why they're running out of wear now. These are the options. I don't know what compound they are. As you can see, we're 1 second up since we don't have any blooming slow opposition in front of us. Who's next? Jensen Button. Looking a bit ragged here. Definitely not a race driver who looks after the tyres. First year of Korea. And what a race that was in its debut. Oh, he spun it.
Be aware you picked up some gravel on the tyres. You lose some grip until it wears off.
Why aren't they calling me in? Everyone else is coming in. Now I've lost a position to Rosberg. Oh no, here comes Kubica. Still a bit unravelling a bit here now. Not gone at all well there. Now here comes Kubica. He wants a 6th position. But the Virgin driver is later on the brakes. Runs a bit wide, and now the tyres are really starting to struggle. Pit me, please! Seeing it on the track map, though, just to the bottom left, everyone's still pretty close together here, but no overtaking happening. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Of the 2010 race, plus F1 recently. Apart from the Azerbaijan race, that was absolutely brilliant. Austria this weekend, of course, at the time of this video coming out. Oh, hello, I've spun it. He's half spun it. And that's going to be Kubica 6th on a plate.
Keep on him, he might make a mistake.
Now, I'm not going to completely disregard that, because this engineer should have, I know he's got a career at Virgin, bless him, but he should be bringing me in. And now here comes Schumi. Finally, they're going to pit me at the end of the lap. Here comes Schumacher. Now we're going to get back in the slipstream. This is classic stuff here. Schumacher defending the inside, but up the inside I go. I overshoot, and Schumacher's back through. I seem to be very good through this section of the course. But I can't believe I'm stuck behind these guys yet again.
Come on, you've got this guy. Pass it.
Now, I've never done a pit stop in F1 2010 since I bought it. I literally bought the game and I've gone straight into this career mode and doing this video here, so hopefully it all goes to plan. Right, that was poor. Is anyone else coming in? They are. Kubica, Schumacher, all coming in. I might be able to get in a position here.
Slow for the line and limiter on.
I hope I got it. I hope I got that.
For the pit box.
Tyres off, tyres on. Let me go.
Not yet.
We have leapfrogged Schumacher.
Perfect stop.
Oh, bloody hell. De La Rosa behind. He's yet to pit. Looks like Mark Webber is also yet to make a pit stop. Right, Kubica. He's on the primes now as well. And then we've got to manage them for count with me viewers. 16 laps. And, oh! I thought we'd done him then, but he just came back up the inside of me there. Thoughts on F1 2010 then? I was playing F1 2012 the other day and the colours are so much more vibrant than this, but I think I've got more stuff to worry about than the colours of a different F1 game as Kubica piles the pressure on a bit. You can see AI a bit hesitant in F1 2010 compared to like the Grid Autosport, which I was playing last night. Kubica is now trying again, but just a simple move over to the right and the AI gets a little bit scared. Now this reflects what the engineer was saying in that that qualifying session. Sector 2 definitely on it, but sectors 1 and 3, the Cosworth power not really helping me at all. They are diving for the pit lane. No, it's my teammate Di Grassi. But wheel to wheel here, Senna versus Barrichello. And the Williams. What were they sponsored by here? Cosworth, I think? I think the Toyota divorce had come through at the end of 2009 as we go past Senna. And a warning for corner cutting. See some tyre smoke there, that wasn't from me. Barrichello makes a mistake and Adam tries to go for it! Oh no! And once again, I'm having to overtake cars that I've overtaken ages ago. And the annoying thing is I was so much quicker than Barrichello, right over the inside. Oh, he's contact with Kubica. But what we can do is try and get a points finish, starting with trying to take 12th place off Kamui Kobayashi, who made a name for himself at the end of the 2009 season. Gets the drive with Sauber, and now he's going to be demoted to 13th. Working well, and Barrichello's now into the pits, so that's another position. We're up to 11th. Of course, as BMW pulled out the sport at the end of 2009, and now Kobayashi. No, man. See, there is overtaking. Oh, there is battles. Oh, what a move, son. He was alongside, I couldn't do anything about it. But now he's going to be redone around the outside. Anything you can do. Lap 14 then of the first race in our Codemasters F1 Career Challenge. We are up to 10th position as Heikki Kovalainen has pitted in his Lotus. And he's doing the alternate strategy. He's going from prime to option. Most of the field's going option prime. Makes sense really if you the car at the back of the field. Get some positions. Look at the speed that I've got through this middle sector. Can't do anything with it in the latter half of the lap, which is why I've got to take advantage. And Petrov runs wide. Tried to move up the inside of this corner a few laps ago. Didn't go well, but this time it does. 2 points for Virgin. We are closing in on Felipe Massa. And Felipe Massa's in. Now, these drivers have done prime to option as well. And is that JB we're going to get as well? I think it is. We are definitely making a name for ourselves here. As I go into the gravel. Oh, you cheeky bastard. Because of the reflections and... oh, no! Well... oh, no, you can't be doing this. The dream of points. Oh, no. And I think I've sped in the pit lane to boot. And I've overshot the pit box. This is just gone hideously wrong. Bet it's a drive-through. Bet it's a drive-through. Yes, it is. What a mess. What an absolute mess. It might be a long shot, but we might still have a chance of beating Di Grassi at least. Maybe the 18th place may have gone, but here we go. Into the pits we go. Shall we get the speed limiter this time? Don't forget we are on the fresher rubber. Unfortunately it's not the options because I wasn't thinking straight. Oh my god! What on earth is going on? Right. Ah. Come on, there we go, thank you. Now we can... Right, options.
Slow for the line and put the limiter on. Brakes on for the box.
It's quite unbelievable. Now I'm getting lapped. Hopefully better things will come my way in Australia. I like that track as well. Not a particular fan of this one or its layout. Then again, I probably would have said I loved this track if I got that 6th position. Tell you what, I've literally become Fernando Alonso, but 100 times worse at this from this 2010 race. I don't know what on earth is going on. I've got another puncture. Another left rear puncture.
Flag conditions. Let the car immediately behind through.
Yeah, I'm gonna... Let's just recap, viewers. Let's just recap. I was in 6th position. Then I pick up a right rear puncture. Then a drive-through penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Then a left rear puncture. Pit changed that. Now another left rear puncture. 3 punctures in one race. Now, I have the tyre and the fuel set on normal. But when in an F1 race do I have 3 dodgy sets of tyres? Bridgestone, do one. Thank God Pirelli. Pirelli all the way in my opinion now. 9.5 seconds for a change of 4 tyres. How things have moved on in 7 years. Well, here come all the cars I was passing. Oh, look, it's Michael Schumacher. I was ahead of him at one point. They are all now on their 23rd lap, whilst I'm still on my 22nd. Then Mark Webber, then he wins the opening race of the season. His first victory in Bahrain. And Richard Branson, I think you should put your money into getting better tyres for Formula 1. There we go, cross the line. I wouldn't be surprised if he shakes his head. No, he's pretty motionless in the car there.
A slightly disappointing result, but
at least we out-qualified Degrassier.
Well done.
Oh, I'll save a screenshot for that. But yeah, that is the result. Webber win, Hamilton 2nd, Alonso 3rd, Vettel 4th, Rosberg 5th. I would have been ahead of Petrov, and I think I would have been ahead of Rosberg as well, so I would have got a top 5, I think. Lewicki 7th, Kobayashi 8th, Kubica 9th, and 10th Schumacher with 1 point. But look at some of the big names here that didn't get any points. Jenson Button 11th, Hulkenberg's Williams, Felipe Massa, Ferrari 14th place. Only Chandok was only 2 seconds behind him at the end. Kovalainen, Toro Rosso had an abysmal race. HRTs and Lotuses above them, and there you can see the 2 Virgins at the back, and me 1 lap down. Championship standings then, yeah, I'm in last. But yeah, championship standings reflecting what took place in the opening race. And in the team standings, yeah, Virgin in last. And yeah, Red Bull leading the way with a 1st and a 4th. Well guys, that is the end of the video here at Bahrain. Hopefully we'll have better things in Australia as our F1 Codemasters Career Challenge continues. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed seeing me struggle. And yeah, remember to drop a like, subscribe, and maybe even put a comment in there as well. So that is it from Bavsky here. We'll see you in the next video.